Chapter 4. His second album name and El Ultimo Tour del Mundo. Throughout the rest of 2019, Benito dropped hits for the title of his second solo album, eventually revealing it as this acronym, which stands for Yo hago lo que me da la gana. I do whatever I want, before releasing it on February 29, 2020, just before the world went into lockdown due to the coronavirus disease, COVID-19. The album debuted as number 1 on both top Latin album and Latin rhythm albums and number 2 on the US Billboard 200. Became the highest charting all Spanish album on record and was nominated for the Best Latin Pop or Urban Album at 2021 Grammys. The album was filled with a playful blend of musical styles on hits like Si Vi Tu Mama, If I See Your Mom, and Vete, Leave. It featured musical guests including reggaeton legend as Daddy Yankee, Nego Flow, and Jovel and Randy. The name of his second album won the Grammy Award for Best Latin Pop and Urban Album and Billboard Latin Music Awards for Top Latin Album of the Year and Latin Rhythm Album of the Year. On September 20th, 2020, the 3-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria, he performed a free concert in New York on top of a large truck decorated like a subway car. He sang songs like La Difícil, The Difficult, and La Canción, The Song, with his friend J Balvin, who joined him virtually all the way from Colombia. The truck drove throughout the Bronx, then the Manhattan neighborhoods of Washington Heights, Harlem, stopping at Harlem Hospital Center. And not even 9 months after that album came out, he released his third album on November 27th, 2020, El Ultimo Tour del Mundo, the last tour of the world. The album broke his US Billboard 200 record within that same year. For the second time in a year, he broke records and expectations, blending rock, reggaeton, and trap, even including a track by Trio Vagabundo Juno, sorry if I'm totally mispronouncing this, a Puerto Rican band. He won American Music Awards for Favorite Latin Album and the Latin Grammy Award for Best Urban Music Album. But even with all his fame and success, Benito's parents remained unfazed. While they don't fully understand the level of his fame, Tito and Lazarine always support their son. Benito could always count on his family and friends to keep his feet on the ground, escaping the pressure of being Bad Bunny. He could go to his parents' home, relax, and feel as if nothing had changed. When Benito went home, he was Benito, not Bad Bunny. For him, it was important to keep his family close, even when he was far away. He still had the same friends he had since high school. Some even worked with him in making music, like Ormiani, who now as well known as DJ. And sometimes his brother Basil and Bernie would join him on tours around the world. When he was ready to return to the world as Bad Bunny, he determined to do whatever he wanted, sing whatever he wanted, and wear whatever he wanted. And in between making 3 albums, he had been training to make another childhood dream come true. On January 31st, 2021, Benito debuted in the World Wrestling Entertainment Royal Rumble, allied with Damian Priest to win the World Wrestling WWE 24/7 Championship. He had trained under Damon, who was impressed by his dedication and love of wrestling, and they would later become close friends. Performing in the WWE was one of the best days of Benito's life. In an interview with Time magazine, he said, "It was like I was a kid all over again. In the fight, it was the blink of an eye. Everything happened so fast, but that seemed like Benito's very nature, to try new things, to always improve, and to share his success." And it didn't go unnoticed as Time magazine named him one of the most influential people of 2021. J Balvin, one of Benito's close friends from the very beginning, of their music careers describe Benito as someone who has reached superstar status and connected with fans through his amazing lyrics and championed the importance of being yourself.